Welcome to the Two Blokes Chatting radio show on 94.7 The Pulse. Music, interviews, news, and, well, Two Blokes Chatting. Now, here are the two blokes.
And we've had a slight change of plan, as we've done once or twice already this morning. Unfortunately, Eric has had a last-minute commitment that he's had to go and attend to, so we are going live via satellite to the Foster's Makers Market, and we're going to talk to Janine instead. Hello, Janine.
Good morning, how are you?
Doing very well indeed. More importantly, how's business down there?
Very busy, actually. It's been a very busy morning. It's great.
Excellent.
A lot of people about.
Excellent. Give yourself a quick plug before we talk music.
Aroma Skin is my business. I, on the side, sell soaps and skincare and body care that I make.
Let's soap that goes well.
That's
Thank you.
that you actually make,
It's a
Janine.
business. I do, from scratch.
Yeah,
That
as
is
distinct
very good.
from making stuff that makes you scratch, which is always really important. We don't make any rash commitments about it, though. Working beautifully for this time of the morning. Janine Garvey, one half of No Promises, and we've just heard a song called Break the Fall, which you've had absolutely no involvement in.
Which who has?
You've had absolutely no involvement in it. You only wrote it,
No,
sang it,
well,
played it.
Just wrote it and...
Janine, it's a beautiful song. We
Thank
played
you.
another song off your soon-to-be, as now released album. Beautiful stuff, very natural, sweet, clear. You write lots of songs, have a lot of fun with it. Is that one of the ones you really like more than the others? Do you have songs you love more than the others?
I do. That would probably be... I mean, I love that one. I love them all. They're a bit like your children. You love them all.
They don't leave us quite as much of a mess, though.
They're a bit less messy, mostly. But Liar is definitely my favourite, and that was our second single off the album, which we released last Friday.
That was the one we played last week as a world premiere on radio.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much for that.
I'm going to buy myself a Christmas gift, I think, which will be your album, and I'll play it in the car when I'm driving along because it's really nice. It's the sort of music that I quite like. It's good, relaxed listening music, but it's got a bit of heart and soul to it, which I quite enjoy.
Yeah, it sort of starts off a bit upbeat and then slowly winds down towards the end.
Sounds like this radio program. So we've talk us through the process. Part of the reason we want to talk to you is, and we will give the album a plug. It's called Acoustic Sessions Volume 1. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
I just bought it. I've been buying songs one at a time. $14.99 in the iTunes store. Check your local guides for other stores, but that's where it's... And so I've just bought it now. So it is live and
Thank you so much.
and about. Well, I only bought about 6 tracks because I already had the other ones in place. And I think it cost me $1.25 to finish the album off. But talk us through the process of, okay, you started playing with Eric. You've now got an album out. In a few minutes, sort of walk us through the process from start to end, if you like.
As in how we got together, or as
and then get to an album. Yeah, how do you get there?
I was singing with a friend of mine. We've been singing for over 20 years in a group called Harmony, doing covers. And when the bushfires started at the start of the year, it inspired me to write a song. I've been writing for years anyway, but I'd sort of stopped, with kids and stuff. Too busy for songwriting. Anyway, I wrote a song called Lights, and we needed some electric guitar on that. And we both knew Eric, who was also playing around the traps a bit, so he kindly agreed to play on Lights for us. And that just snowballed from there. We're both very creative, and I'll tend to sit at home and write the songs. I usually have a chord structure there, and then I'll take it to Eric, and he works his magic because he's actually a guitarist and I'm not so much. It just works really well. And he writes songs as well. And sorry about that loud traffic there.
That's all right. It's live.
He writes songs as well. And so between us, we've got, I don't know, we must have about 130 or 140 songs by now. It's been a bit crazy. So we're planning to release all of them. We're going to release another acoustic album next year and an electric album as well.
I guess the giveaway is that the album's got the title Volume 1.
Well, yeah, it's a bit of a giveaway, isn't it?
So, how do you choose songs to go into an album? How do you go and get an album made?
It's tough choosing songs, but at the same token, it's nice to have some choice. You know, we've got a lot of song choices that we'll probably end up doing sort of genre albums. So the acoustic albums will be a bit of sort of mishmash of all genres, and then we'll do like a rock album, a blues album, a country album. And then we've got a really good friend in Leongatha, Mark Drury, who has mixed and produced, and Eric does his recording at his house and sends it through to Mark, and then I go down to Mark's and do the vocals there, and just all gets tied together. He's done a fabulous job.
Absolutely. Now, we'll plug that album again. It's called Acoustic Sessions Volume 1, and it's by No Promises. Now, you do need to go searching a little bit because there's quite a number of bands called No Promises, but if you type in No Promises Acoustic into the search bar on iTunes, which is where I bought it, it pops up amongst the first entry.
If you look for the one that has Promises in caps, I specifically wrote our name everywhere as in capital N and then O and then capital Promises, so we stand out from all the other No Promises.
Oh, there you go. Well done. You should be a marketer as well.
Oh, shouldn't I?
Tell us what's going on in South Gippsland at the moment. Obviously, I have some connections with the beautiful town of Meenia. The most beautiful girl in the world lives there. How is South Gippsland faring at the moment with coming out of the other side of COVID?
It's actually really picking up. There's been a lot of tourists around, a lot of people coming down from Melbourne and everywhere, so it's been great because obviously I work in a cafe as well, so we've been really busy there, so it's great. It's really starting to pick up again.
And the opportunity to do live gigs, I know you've got one on New Year's Eve. Is that starting to sort of raise up as well?
Yeah, they're slowly trickling in. We've got a couple of 3, I think, booked for January so far. They're slowly starting to get back on their feet, which is good. Live music's just really important.
We've been promoting by locally a lot. Let's go to back to your little market. People from Melbourne visiting, so they like to get out and get some fresh air and some sunshine, and they also like to spend money. So a lot of people at the market this morning?
Yeah, there is. It's actually been a really good market so far, so hopefully it continues to be. We're here till 12.
And you've taken 15 minutes out of your ability to sell to talk to us, so we appreciate that.
I really appreciate that you playing our songs. That's fantastic. Give us a bit of a plug.
It's really...
talk to you both.
I'm trying to get my head around the fact that you are a mother, a full-time job, you write songs and you make soap. What do you do for relaxation?
I don't have time for relaxation. I need an extra day in the week.
So does the music fill that bill both as a hobby and be able to relax doing something you love?
Absolutely. I'm really in my element when I'm doing music. I just couldn't live without it. It's important to me as the air I breathe, really, which sounds really, sappy, but it's true.
Sounds like the Hollies out of 1974. Well, I can tell you for a fact,
sure.
Rob, last night I was presenting on another radio station at about 11:15. I was talking to Janine via Facebook Messenger. She was still chopping up soap and wrapping it for this morning.
I was up till about 1:30. I think I've had about 5 hours sleep, and Eric and I have got a gig tonight, so I'm sure I'll be ready for a nap by then.
Oh, sensational. No, it's a great thing you do. We will hopefully spend a little bit of time, if we continue in this format, to find people like yourself who are making good music and promote it and get it out there, because I agree with you. It's hard to imagine life without it. It's such an important function.
Super important.
Yeah.
But yet it doesn't seem to be as valued as, other sectors. People don't tend to spend money on music, but they'll spend money on everything else. I don't understand it, really.
And is it to do with the
fact...
fact...
coffee, but they won't buy a song.
Yeah, well, I think it's to do with the fact that you can go and turn on a radio station, or you can go to your Spotify's and your Apple Musics and so forth, and maybe pay $10 a month or $11 a month or whatever to subscribe to that, and they can choose whatever music they like. But that doesn't help you guys out at all, except for exposure, does it?
Yeah, and unless you're getting, hundreds of thousands of streams, and you're not really going to make money out of it. I mean, it'd be nice to make some money just to, pay for recordings and CDs, because, that's not cheap. But I think streaming is fantastic, but then there's the other downside where, the artists just don't get paid properly.
So if you could have your wish in regard to this particular album, you would love it if every one of our listeners put their hand in their pocket, spent the $14.99 at Apple Music and bought the album. Not only does it mean that they get some very excellent music to listen to over Christmas, that also pushes you into the lower reaches of the charts potentially, and also you get $1 or $2 out of it.
We would love to make the charts, really. That means more to us than the money. Because if you're not on the charts, you're not going to get noticed. There's, hundreds of thousands of artists out there trying to do the same thing. So it's tough. You really need that one song to catch someone's attention to stand out. But yes, in a perfect world, if people could buy the album and then go to Spotify and stream like crazy, that would be fantastic.
And opportunities like The Voice, Australia's Got Talent, those sorts of things, is that an opening for you?
Doesn't really appeal to me, mainly because you don't have that control. I like to have control over my own music. Like shows like The Voice, when it first starts off, when you've got the blind auditions and they can do whatever they like, that's fantastic. But then it travels on to the mentors choosing the songs for them and moulding them into how they want to be. And that's, to me, that's not being true to yourself.
Yeah, I wondered about the fact that you create so much of your own beautiful music that vehicle is probably not going to be what you want unless you wanted to take your skill set to another level. It's outside of what really drives you. So I could understand that thought process.
That's right.
Very much so. You've done great work so far. We wish you well in the selling of it and the soap for that matter.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's really good to be in touch. We will keep in touch as things go into next year, but have a happy holiday, festive Christmas season or whatever it is you wish to spend over the next few weeks.
Same to the both of you. I hope you have a safe and happy Christmas and New Year's.
Thank you, Janine. We are going to try and maybe squeeze a little bit of Liar in just as we head out.
That would be so good. Thank you.
All right, there it is. Janine Garvey there on the phone, and this is Liar.
Bedroom floor don't mean a thing. I wonder, did you give her more? Broken dreams staring right back at me. Wear your disguise, damn your hypocrisy. You tell me it's a one-off thing. You're telling me anything. You think that I want to hear. It's not true. You're a liar. Lying in the mirror, lying to my face. Trying to take the easy way out. Lying in my car and lying in my bedroom. Ooh, oh. Lying in the mirror.
And there it is, No Promises and Liar, taken off the album. We've just been talking to Janine about. That's her singing voice. And we are very much encouraging you to get out there and buy that album. Do yourself a favour. It is called Acoustic Sessions Volume 1 and it is No Promises. The word promises written in capitals.